Is that a catfish? It's a catfish right there.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Minimalist Tackle Box. All fishing baits do one of three things: fish the top of the water, the middle of the water, or the bottom. Now today we're going to talk about bottom baits. Now bottom baits, in my mind, are separated into two different types. The weighted kind, most of them are weighted, but one very special kind is predominantly fished weightless, and that is a stick bait, or what I call a plastic Senko worm. Senko is a brand name, but it's kind of synonymous with stick baits. And you fish them without a weight, so they're very slow, but they're very effective.
So the first thing I do is I try to fish underneath the dock. And I do that from the bank over here, trying to be quiet. Because a lot of times when you walk across the dock, you might spook the fish underneath. They might not swim away, but they'll know that you're there. I take a couple casts, but trying to skip it into these little pockets because there's weed in the front and the back might be a little bit difficult. If I have to, I'll go up onto the dock, but I'll try and step quietly and see if we can catch anybody unawares down there. Okay, I'll try that from the dock and just try and walk quietly. Yeah, that's a good one. On the playback, you can probably see my line moving. That's how I knew it was there. I didn't actually feel him bite. I just saw my line moving. Oh, hey. Okay, that's good. Wow, that's the biggest one of the year so far. I'm catching a lot of little guys. This is the biggest one. It's very nice. Underneath the dock. All right, thank you very much. The Senko is probably the most versatile bait that you would need in a minimalist tackle box. It catches a lot of different things. It's super easy to use, and all you have to do is just hook it through the middle like that. Basically, if you can cast a line, you can use a Senko. The thing is, a lot of times fish will hit this bait as it's descending. There's one. I saw my line moving. So you notice I threw it out and I didn't touch it again. And that is to give it a chance to sink to the bottom. And as I was saying, fish will often hit this bait as it's falling to the bottom because that's when it's got the most action. Both ends are going crazy, wiggling as it descends, right? And so fish will get it then. So this is what I'm using. 5-inch Yamamoto Senko worm. This is green pumpkin with flex. I think that's the most universally versatile color. And I like to hook them through the middle, because in that way when the fish grabs it like this, right, the hook is perpendicular to the bait and therefore perpendicular to their mouths, and it's easier to hook them this way. But of course these things are really soft. If you just hook them through the middle, you're going to rip through a lot of them and you're going to leave a lot of plastic in the water. So what I do is I take some heat shrink from the hardware store. This is probably the most extra thing that I do with this, with a minimalist tackle box, is this heat shrink. Put the heat shrink on, and I'm also protective of my hook points, totally optional, but I like to poke the holes with something else first before I run my hooks through, because I don't want the hooks to have to go unnecessarily through something that's a little bit more sturdy, like a heat shrink. And so the heat shrink protects the worm from having the hook rip through it. The hook goes through it perpendicular, so it's easier to hook the fish. Hook it right through the middle, and this is good for all kinds of situations where you are in, you know, anywhere up to like maybe 12 feet of water, maybe 15 feet if it's calm. Oh, there's a fish. Oh, I saw my line moving. So you fish this by throwing it in the water, casting it in the water, and on a slack line, let it sink. Okay, because it needs to go straight down. A lot of the bites that you get on a Senko is when it's sinking, so you don't want to disturb its sinking action. When it sinks, both ends start to flutter, and that's when you get the most action out of this thing. And so fish will come and pretty much catch it before it even hits the bottom. If it does hit the bottom, you just reel up some of your slack, right? Give it little twitches and let it sit. This is slow, you know, but it's simple. My kids are little, and the first bait that I taught them to use was this. And then you give it little twitches, you let the line slack again. So on the bottom, it's like moving a little bit. It looks like a worm that's at the bottom and it's struggling. And then you let it sit. And then you slowly work it back to you that way. And every time you twitch and let it sit on the slack line, you just watch the line, see if it moves, see if it does anything funny. Likewise, when you tighten the line, tighten slowly and see if the line does anything unusual. Like your slack is going in one direction, but every time you tighten, it goes in another direction. Oh, there's a fish. See my line moving? Oh no. I don't know what that was. Might have been a little fish that went into the weeds. So on a slack line, sinks to the bottom. Nothing happens, give it a couple little twitches, let it sit. And some guys will leave it sitting there at the bottom for like 15, 30 seconds. I don't know, I can do that. But even still, I think even without letting it sit for, 15, 30 seconds, it's still a pretty slow presentation. And if you wanted to fish a Senko in more than like 12, 15 feet of water, you'd have to rig it with a weight, vertically. That would be something different, but that would be the second style of bottom bait, is weighted. This is non-weighted. I prefer this because I don't like having so much extra stuff, and besides I like this action that's, oh, there's a nice one. Oh boy, look at the head shapes on this guy. Is this a bass? No, holy cow. Hey, this is a muskie. Is this a muskie? Oh God, please don't break off. I've never caught a muskie. Oh no, it's a walleye. Holy cow. Oh wow. Awesome. Oh no, please don't break off. Please don't break off. Please don't break off. Please don't break off. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, here we go. So, wowee. So there you go, you can catch walleye here too. All right. Wow, it's my first walleye of the year. Careful, don't. If you're gonna grab by the gills, only one knuckle, okay? Don't stick your whole hand in there, you're gonna kill him. I'm so glad I got this on video. This is awesome. Wow, look at that. That's a good sized walleye. Wow. Awesome. All right, Senkos. I love Senkos. Senkos genuinely, if you only have one bait and you're going fishing, cottage, camping, whatever, Senko, that's the business. Wasn't expecting that. I don't have my net out here, so I wasn't expecting anything more other than bass and maybe the occasional rock bass or a big perch or something. That was wild. There's one. Up. Nice. Also bigger than the ones I've been catching. Nice. There's one. Oh, little guy. He ate that one on the move. Hey. Oh no, now he's stuck in the grass. The smallest one is giving me the most trouble. Gosh. The smallest one's giving me the most trouble. There we go. Alright, thank you. Little guy. Bye. There's one. Oh, little guy. What is this? This isn't even is this a bass even? Oh, it is a bass. Oh, it's a little tiny bass. Thumped it pretty good there, buddy. Alright, last cast. If I catch something on this, I'll give it another 5 minutes. Alright, well, that was it. Pretty happy though. Very productive. When I've been out here like maybe an hour on the dock over here. Caught a whole bunch of fish. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.